Evolution exists so that things can constantly improve over time. Now, that's where I come in, because I'm gonna make this useless blob much, much worse. I think we're probably gonna need more spikes, while also causing as much suffering as possible to the local environment. We've unlocked baby tails. Does this seem like the kind of creature that would be improved with a baby tail? I would sooner let it die a useless blob than become one of whatever these are. I really just want some of these spikes. I don't care how many things I have to kill to get them. Here's a problem that seems vaguely familiar. I can't make this jump. So I guess we don't really have a choice. We now have a blob with a tail. I promise that it is only temporary. I need your parts. Get in my mouth. Look at this. This creature is far too fast for its own good. Well, we're down in a cave. We don't need to do any more jumping for a little bit, so we're gonna take the tail off. Do we have an option to remove the eyes? I mean, these things don't have eyes and they're getting away with it. You, give me your spikes. I'm not asking for a lot. I just want to cover this stupid blob and dangerous stuff. Legs? Nope. Arms? Nope. Literally everything else gets fun spikes and I'm left with nothing. To be fair, this thing is pretty dangerous for a ball with a mouth. And no, we can't remove the mouth either. I already tried. Okay, we're gonna put the tail back on for a little bit because I've got so many points to spare. I wouldn't actually mind a pair of those legs. They even look kind of like spikes. Now, what part is this and can we add it on? Baby heads. Baby heads sound like something this creature would eat. Do we think a squirrel mouth looks good? I basically did exactly what I've been trying not to do. I want to make a creature that just doesn't look right. When you look at it, it makes you feel uncomfortable. This kind of has that effect, but not in the way I was thinking of. This looks like a squirrel that got hit by a car a lot, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some bigger, better parts any minute now. Randomize the creature for a 10. Yes, please. Oh. Well, I don't like that color scheme. Give me something better. Good enough for now. Whoops, didn't mean to go over here. And we got wings. I don't want useful things. I want spikes and less eyes and less legs. But this useless little squirrel probably can still kill the boss. That's probably more of a testament to the boss than it is to my evolutionary skills. These better be spikes. Rada's parts. I did get some horns, so those are kind of spikes. Those are kind of spiky tails, so does this count as something? I mean, that's not bad, but let's maybe turn it back into a blob. Oh, it won't let me remove the head. I want less head. We'll take her exciting color and move on. Give me your parts, spider. This isn't a request. I'm hoping for an eye removal trait. I actually did remove the eyes. I just had to give it a blind maw. Because it's right there in the name. I guess that should have been more obvious. I think if I give it a long neck, that'll further make this thing even more useless. It can barely walk, it can't see, but it can still move. I'm not sure there's anything we can do about that yet. Look at this majestic creature. That's the kind of thing I want to build. It doesn't have eyes either. Curious limbs sound like something I should tack on here, but not before we install our extendo neck. Well, at least if I can't make my own creature too horrible yet, I can ruin all the other creatures. Finally saved up the points we need for a long neck. I was expecting something a little more dramatic, but I'm making pretty good progress on the creature. There's so many cool parts that just aren't dropping for me yet. Well, this thing dropped something for me. Bird legs. I don't want legs. The creatures here do nothing but drop me stuff. Mandibles. So many new parts and still not enough spikes. Bird horn, you say? That's a horn? I don't think I know what horns are. My creature may still need some improvements. Things are able to touch it without hurting themselves. And that one dropped me mantis blades. I just don't have a lot of evolution points because apparently I'm not killing enough things. I got deer stumps. That sounds like a fairly useless evolution that my creature would love to throw on. Also, not really spikes, but close enough. Hopefully this one can add to my monstrosity a little bit. Plant parts. Apparently a lot of them. How about a tail that's made out of circles? Then when we get enough points, we can add root legs, because I've always wanted wooden legs. You know, so far, I'm actually pretty happy with the result of our creature. Anytime I can create a creature with no eyes, I consider that a success. I, made a few improvements. It now has a neck that's made out of noodles, and it's very useless overall. I think the problem really is that we just need a new paint job. Deer arms? Is that the same as deer legs? Because I'm pretty sure they're all the same thing. Apparently they're not, because I just picked up deer legs, which I think would be a welcome addition to this colorful collage of a creature. Maybe also new ears at some point too, that way we can hear what's up. Or some bee parts. Give me your parts. I'm gonna have to rely on raw skill to win this battle. Well, it's hard when you build a creature that doesn't really work. Maybe we just need deer legs. There we go, now we're extra tall and we hop along, somehow all balancing on 2 little legs. I feel like evolution itself would be proud of me right now. This is the absolute obnoxiously most useless creature to use, and I love every bit of it. It's gonna be so incredibly hard to defeat this bee, but I'm gonna do it. All done. Somehow this useless creature managed to succeed. I think that calls for some bee antenna. Much better. Really need a new paint job though. Look how bad it looks. Look how bad it is. It bites right over top of most of these enemies. Okay, time for a new color. We've got 2 tries at this, so we're probably going to leave it at this color because that's very exciting. This is just going to get harder and harder because I have no plans on building a better creature than this. But we will maybe add some bee wings just so I can fly a little better. That's a beautiful creature. The sky's the limit now. Look what I can do. This thing is so frustratingly hard to use that I'm actually proud of it. It is that bad. It is very tall, very big, very slow, very easy to hit. All while being so clunky it's basically impossible to use. But wait, we're not done yet. We now have slimy tails. This thing could use a slimy tail. Yes, that's much better. Like, I can't even hit this creature right now. I'm too tall. I can't actually physically touch it. But on the bright side, look how high we can jump. That effectively has no purpose for this creature, which is kind of the point. At least with the wings, I have the capacity to fly over most of the enemies, because admittedly, most of them can kill me pretty easily. We can have spikes. We don't need wings anymore. We don't know the points for them, but we're gonna get spikes. Okay, this is how every fight goes. I try and hit it, I can't do anything to it, and it hits me and goes away. I remember this. At least the bosses are big enough that I can hit them. Other than that, this is going to be unreasonably hard. Can you go slower? I'm not very quick. My stupid creature is too slow to catch him anytime he moves. Ow. Ow. Can you not? Can you stop doing that? I have a very bad creature. This is going to be very difficult. Maybe I need a new paint job. I'm honestly not really sure how I'm going to manage to do this one. It's going to be so hard to avoid all of his attacks. Actually, if I use my rarely used secondary attack, I do kind of leap forward and do more damage. So I think I can just probably power right on through him somehow. Even when he's up there. Whoops. I could probably get to him if I really wanted to, but okay, that went right through him. This creature is so bad. I started out so good on this one. Okay, stop. Can I avoid into those tongues though? That would actually be very helpful for this guy. Come on, hit him once, twice more. Oh, we were so close. If some of my attacks would register, I would have won. I mean, how could this creature not defeat the boss? The other part is it's kind of hard to see. My creature's blue, the water's blue. Oh, is he stuck? Yeah, just wait right there for a minute. There we go. This is how I win. I just need to wait for the game to break. Easy. My creature is just that good. Yes, I will take your inferior body parts. Do I want something called Sahagwin feelers? I feel like I probably do. I'm not sure what changed. I think the top things? I don't really know. And honestly, I don't really care at this point. This creature is pretty much perfection. Unless you're fighting ordinary enemies, at which point it struggles greatly. It really has an effect when you add different ears. Here we go. Paint job time. Unless I'm too poor to afford anything. Not to worry. I only had to kill one innocent creature to get the points I need. That's definitely a different looking paint job. We'll roll with this for now. Honestly, it looks too good. Like, the colors are actually too coordinated for my liking. We could have a gnome rider if we want. So who wouldn't want one of those? Other than me. No one should ever want to ride on the back of whatever this thing is. It doesn't even have eyes. Can I just eat the gnome off your back? I don't care about killing the cow. I just want to eat the gnome. That one looks kind of like me. Are they mimicking me? They don't have eyes either. They get it. I've got 50 hard-earned dollars to spend on a new paint job. Yellow isn't bad. Yellow's a warning color. Again, stay away from this thing. This thing will do no good for anyone. Enlightened parts. We can get some horns that are very expensive, and those are kind of like spikes. It's been a while since we had some proper spikes. Oh, we should get cactus parts. Then we can have all sorts of spikes. Look at the size of the creatures here. There's no way I'm going to be able to touch those. They're too small. I go right over top of them. Please be spike parts. Barren limbs. Sounds useful. Sounds like just the kind of thing I want to stick on this creature. I might have found a solution to my being too tall to eat most things. It requires arachnid legs. That's much, much better. Now I can hopefully eat the things back at ground level. Yup, I sure can. Alright, we're finally gonna get us our yak horns. Never mind, we still need 8 more points. 8 more points is so many points for something that's useless. Several painfully crafted murders later, we can do our horns. Gives a kind of a Viking vibe, doesn't it? And very suddenly, I remember this boss, which is incredibly hard with a properly built creature. In fact, a very powerful creature struggles with this, so this probably just isn't going to happen ever. So far, it's killed me, and I did absolutely 0 damage to it. But to be fair, that was kind of the point of this creature. I didn't want something that could be successful. I wanted something that would make evolution just straight up give up. Because yeah, I just don't really see this happening. I would have to entirely change everything to make it work. Like, I can't even touch it without getting hit myself. And I can't even hit the little things. Yeah, I think I've succeeded in making a pretty useful creature. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see this happening. So that's a victory for me.